MTN SME Hub. Link to growth. Link to success. Link to the ultimate resource for business advice and insights.
Welcome back to the Big Small Business Show. In studio with us today, we've got Precious Ntenteng. She's the founder and CEO of SA Steelport, and we're talking about getting into supply chains, getting into large corporate supply chains in particular. You know, we're talking about the engagement earlier, how you engage.
Yeah.
So why would they buy from you? Are they buying from you just because of price, proximity? What are you just a convenience? Like what do you think the reason? I'm not talking about the welder. I'm talking about the large corporate. Why are they buying from you directly?
Mostly it will be proximity. Pricing, it will tend to be a bit of a difficult issue to actually deal with because these are big corporates and so they buy from your big mills. And in terms of pricing, you know, that discussion normally is a difficult one where you're actually competing with the mills. So it will really be proximity and also the fact that, you know, when you are doing a project within that area, you tend to source around the suppliers that are around there. So it's mostly just proximity and.
So does that mean, if I can reinterpret that, so is there a situation where you would have a corporate who's bought from the mill and has run out of a certain product and you conveniently nearby, and now you just a top up?
That's exactly what happens. So we are not the initial supplier. We are just there to top up. So ideally, we would like to be there from the start of the project. Then you actually scale up in terms of in terms of supplying and also negotiate better in terms of pricing.
I'm trying to understand, and I don't understand your industry, so I'm just excuse me if these questions sound stupid. So
no, it's fine.
When the corporate buys from the mill, do they buy the full everything they need for the project and store it on site, on the construction site, or do they bring in what they need at certain times?
I would think from my experience dealing with these corporates, I would think that they will buy in bulk. And at some point they will run out, or maybe the projections were not quite right. Also there will be a shortage, and then there would basically be the supplier that is closer by to actually top up.
Okay. I'm just trying to work out from a margin perspective. My assumption is that you make more margin to the retail than to the corporate, the large corporate, right? There's more margin.
There's more margin because there's continuity of business with the retail. The welder will come into this morning. He'll come back tomorrow. But with the corporate, you're having obviously to compete with the big mills where they actually source from initially, and done with the normal retail.
So there's a lower margin. And what does it mess up your cash flow as well, dealing with corporates?
With corporates, it doesn't. It will not really mess up the margins as
not
such.
The margins, the cash flow.
Volumes, the cash flow. Yes, perhaps the cash flow. But if we were involved from the word go, from the start of the project, then you will work out the pricing well, so that at least you are not disadvantaged in terms of the cash flow one, and also in terms of your own margins as well. So you can negotiate better from start.
Do you have somebody who's out there selling to the corporates? Is it you? Is it your husband?
That's me. That's me and my husband at times.
Okay, so you don't have another salesperson?
No, we don't. In fact, that's where we actually that's our next growth phase, where we actually need to employ representatives to actually go out there and source for these businesses. But what I've seen from my experience is that you actually need to establish if you were to go into, for example, a mine, you actually need to establish your relationship there before you can send someone there. For example, if we look at they call it it's the supply number or something like that. If you have that in those corporates, you are then able to send someone to actually start sourcing business from the time that the project actually starts.
Yes.
And negotiate better margins, better pricing there.
So if you look at the businesses around you, are you registered as a vendor on all their supply chains?
Vendor number.
Vendor
Yes,
number is,
that's what I was
trying to
looking
help
for.
you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks. Yes. So we have registered. So we have registered in a number of those, I think 2 or 3 big businesses.
Yeah.
But it's very difficult. I don't know. I keep on going back to my partner and saying, I don't know if I'm doing this wrong, but it's actually very difficult because they will tell you that you must go to the foreman or you must go to the project manager to actually get the work spec.
Yeah.
And when you get there, they tell you that there is no work yet.
Yeah.
And yet, in order for you to get the vendor number, you actually need to have done the work so that you can get the vendor number. So it's a
Catch-22.
Yeah, it's catch-22 where you like, okay, so we've met all the requirements. Who do we go to now? Because I'm actually short of going to the CEO now. I'm like, I'm here. Like, tell me what to do because I don't know what else.
Yeah. And just on that, if it's you out there selling, in a week, what percentage of time are you out there selling? And do you have a cycle in the sense of that you go once a month or once a quarter to go visit?
So I it's being a small business, you tend to find yourself having to wear many hats. So you have to be physically present in the business, but also still go out there and be present in looking for other opportunities. But I would say once a month I would go out there and, in fact, I think 2 months ago, that's what I was doing. In fact, 6 months ago, sorry, that's what I was doing. Once a month, I would go out there, speak to this foreman, speak to the engineers, what's happening, what are the requirements. But still, you still don't, you still are not getting the right exposure to the right opportunities, Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I think I've got enough. We're going to take a break now.
Thank you.
And when we come back, I'm going to give you some things to think about. Stay tuned.
MTN SME Hub, link to business success.